One notable thing about the Denver Nuggets championship this season is that, aside from their remarkable performance, they built their core players through the NBA draft and organically formed this team. That's why some people say they won the right way. It means they started by drafting players and built their championship team from within, featuring players like NIKOLA JOKIC, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. This is different from various dynasties that acquire players from other teams to strengthen their lineup. Such an approach to team building opens up opportunities for players to excel and make significant contributions to the team's success. Unlike the Chicago Bulls, during their dynasty years, acquired players like Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, and Ron Harper from other teams to complement their star player, Michael Jordan. Unlike the Denver Nuggets, the Bulls used a different approach by bringing in established players from outside to strengthen their lineup and form a powerhouse team that achieved great success in the NBA. In recent years, we've seen players who were drafted by their respective teams leading them to championships and even winning MVP awards like Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks, Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors, and Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets are prime examples of this trend. Additionally, the Denver Nuggets' success was further enhanced by acquiring complementary pieces like Aaron Gordon, KCP, and Bruce Brown to support their core players. It's impressive to see how drafting and developing players internally can lead to championship success, as seen with these teams. Indeed, the MVP award has been dominated by some outstanding players over the years, with several of them achieving back-to-back MVP honors. Superstars like Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce, Dwayne Wade, and others showcase their exceptional skills and consistency, making it natural for them to earn consecutive MVP awards. Such remarkable performances and contributions to their respective teams have left a lasting impact on the sport of basketball. Nowadays, player movement between teams is more common, and it becomes challenging to win championships without switching teams or forming a super team. Building a successful team requires patience and cooperation in developing players, but it becomes more difficult when other teams consistently build super teams by acquiring strong players from other teams. For instance, the Milwaukee Bucks displayed patience in developing their star players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton, which eventually led to their championship success. However, other teams, like the Brooklyn Nets, have built super teams by assembling a roster with top-tier talents such as Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Now it's easier now to form a super team rather than being patient and developing players from within. Indeed, the Golden State Warriors deserve kudos, especially for their 2015 and 2022 versions of the team. In 2015, they successfully acquired key players and built a solid lineup that resulted in a championship. In 2022, even though they may not be considered a super team, they showcased great determination and skill, making them a formidable contender in the league. Their success is a result of a great combination of talent, discipline, and teamwork. And now let's talk about the Miami Heat. Deserves a lot of respect despite not winning the championship. They were an unexpected team to reach the NBA Finals, composed of 8 undrafted players and led by Jimmy Butler, a 30th pick in the draft. After losing in the play-in game against the Atlanta Hawks, people didn't care much about the Chicago Bulls winning the 8th seed since they thought the Milwaukee Bucks would defeat the Heat anyway. However, the Heat surprised everyone and defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 4-1, led by historic performances from Jimmy Butler, even though some argued that Giannis' injury affected the series. They proved that their victory over the Bucks wasn't just luck by defeating the strong Boston Celtics, one of the championship favorites. Throughout the season, fans were expecting the Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks to face each other in the NBA Finals, but the Miami Heat surprised many by making it to the discussion. However, they fell short, and the Denver Nuggets showed that they were the true #1 team, be it in the regular season or playoffs.